Biker Bros? This is the Gen Z Biker, and I'm here today with the 2020 Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. And more specifically, I'm here to tell you guys why the 2020 Sport Glide is actually the most versatile touring bike in Harley-Davidson's lineup. And yes, I said it, touring motorcycle, even though it's a Softail. Now, if you're a big fan of the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide, make sure to click the link above as well as in the description of the video below for more Sport Glide content. This is actually part 3 of a 3-part video series on the Sport Glide from a Generation Z motorcyclist perspective. So as I hop on the highway here, first of all, I will tell you my top priorities as the Gen Z biker, representing Generation Z from all parts of the world. My top priorities for a motorcycle are versatility, in that the bike is well-rounded enough to manage and be capable in different scenarios, and that the bike looks good and can be modified to suit my personal aesthetic desires, right? And that brings me to my first point, actually. You know, Generation Z, we're financially wary. A lot of us are just graduating college, and to kind of explain to some of you that maybe aren't aware of what Generation Z is. Generation Z includes everyone born from 1995 to 2010. So it's about a 15-year span of people. But those of us that are in, you know, the older side of Generation Z, such as myself, I'm 22 years old, born in 1998, you know, we're financially wary. I just graduated college. I don't necessarily have the income to have multiple single-purpose motorcycles, right? I can only really afford one motorcycle, and that motorcycle really needs to do it all. And kind of speaking on behalf of that versatility, that's one of the amazing things about the Sport Glide in specific, is that we've got the quick detach removable parts, such as the front windscreen and the rear bags. You know, if you want to bob around town, bar hopping, or, you know, just going to and from school or the gym or work, you can pull off those bags in the front windscreen for that more stripped down kind of look. But on the flip side, you can also, you know, keep them on and do some longer distance touring on the bike. And that begs an interesting question, actually, as well. So if you think about it, look at all these old guys and girls that are going to buy these the street glides and the road glides at the Harley dealerships, the electric glides, whatever it is. You know, I would be willing to guess that 9 times out of 10, those people that are buying those touring motorcycles, the majority of their riding is probably done around town. And that's kind of why I wanted to kind of ask this question, is, you know, could the Sport Glide be the answer to Generation Z not being able to afford necessarily a road glide or a street glide, given that, you know, most people are using touring bikes for just around town, going to bike nights, to and from bars, or whatever it is, work. You know, really it makes sense, right? Couple other points. On the Sport Glide, you've got a adjustable rear monoshock suspension, which really does allow for, you know, adaptability, in that, you know, if you want to throw a passenger or some you know, touring packs, you know, gear on the back of it to go camping, or, you know, maybe do a cross-country trip, you can easily adjust that preload because it is exposed down at my right leg. You can just turn the dial and, you know, there you go. And it is very noticeable, actually. You know, I was riding with my girlfriend on the back earlier this week, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't adjust the preload. Let's see if it actually works. And I did, and it was very, very noticeable. On top of the suspension, you've got cruise control on this bike from the factory. You know, it's not an add-on or anything like that. This just comes on this bike. So paired with the 5-gallon gas tank, you know, the bags and the windscreen, this is a very capable, quote-unquote, semi-touring motorcycle. A lot of people look at it as like the offspring of a Softail and a bagger, like that alien kind of child, like what is it? But it's really an amazing bike. You know, if you're looking to maybe do some longer distance, more hardcore touring, you could even upgrade. Harley Davidson offers an upgrade. It's 5.5 inches to replace this stock windscreen. So that's an option. Or, you know, Memphis Shades, one of the leaders in windscreen manufacturers within the industry, they also offer a much larger windscreen that you could even put on the bike. That would definitely allow for, you know, a more comfortable long distance ride. And, you know, some people are going to say, well, you don't have, you know, the GPS and the speaker system and whatnot. Well, I would argue, as a Generation Z motorcyclist, you know, that's not really important to us. Why do I need a nav screen right here with built-in speakers when I've got my phone clipped to the handlebars with a GPS that's going to tell me where police is or whatever it is using Waze? And then I've also got my Cardo unit strapped onto my head, which has like very high-def JBL tuned speakers. Why do I need all that? You know, it's extra money that I don't necessarily need because I already have the technology attached to me anyways. You know, I'm always going to ride with my phone and my helmet on, so why does it matter? I guess furthermore, you know, if I'm looking to do long distance motorcycle touring and you know, I'm worried about the space that's in these bags. You know, some people say the clamshell bags on the Sportglide don't hold enough because of the fact it's a clamshell and not like a top opening bag. You can't fit enough in those bags. Well, all right, really, you know, I don't have 30 grand to buy a street glide or a road glide, whatever it is, but I can spend 100, 200 bucks on a sissy bar, throw a Kriega bag, you know, a dry bag on the back and a backpack strapped to the sissy bar, and I'm set. I've got, you know, plenty of space. When you combine those rear clamshell bags with a backpack and a Kriega dry bag or something like that, you know, you've got a lot of storage space then. You can pack for a week. At least I could. I don't know, maybe, you know, women or more high maintenance people that want different outfits and whatnot wouldn't be able to do that. But I mean, with that amount of space, I can bring my camera gear, I can bring a tripod included in that camera gear, I can bring rain gear, I can bring several pairs of underwear and socks and t-shirts. You know, I've got the ability to basically bring whatever I want with that amount of storage space. But anyways, Biker Bros, that concludes today's video on why the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide is actually the most versatile touring motorcycle in the Harley-Davidson motorcycle lineup. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content similar to this, make sure to hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think about the Sport Glide, and if you haven't already, hit the bell icon to be notified of future uploads similar to this. If you're not aware, this is actually part 3 in a 3-part series on the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. So if you like Sport Glides and you want more Sport Glide content, click the link in the description below to be taken directly to part 1 and 2 of this video series. Peace out, ride safe, and inspire the ride, Biker Bros.